Hello all. Today we are going to build a web server with the help of Node.js and Express.js, and we are going to save the data in the MongoDB, and we are going to use Mongoose package to uh, save the data from Express.js server to a MongoDB. Okay, it's a medium for us. So far, we have done 16 sessions. I got a chance to explain at least what is a REST API and what is a Node.js, what is a little bit about Node.js and routes, and what is SQL, what is NoSQL, and what's the difference between SQL and NoSQL, and introduction to MongoDB. Even we have gone through CRUD operations on MySQL, CRUD operations on MongoDB, with a graphical user interface at the same time, MongoDB shell, and even we have done some sessions on important packages like .env file and even prettier few things. So these are the basic things we should learn if you want to build any web server. Okay, bare minimum things. I know it's very difficult for students to follow these 16 hours of videos, but as a trainer, as with my experience, I'm saying if you have the foundation, then it's easy to learn complex things. Okay, anyway, today we are going to rebuild. Okay, so means we are going to build from the scratch. Um, we are going to install each and every package again, and we are going to. Okay, I'm not going to install MongoDB because already we have installed. So hopefully, if you didn't get a chance to learn how to install all these things, you can refer our channel playlist, or you can find out any other good resource in the YouTube, or any you can follow the documentation. So team, are you ready to build
Ready,
the
sir.
server with the help of Node, Express, and MongoDB, and with the help of Mongoose? Definitely, this is going to be interesting session. Hopefully, you will enjoy. Okay, who are watching the video in the YouTube, just give a like so that it will reach to more people. Um, Hopefully, people will learn. Fine. So without wasting, already I have wasted 2 or 3 minutes. Now, without wasting your time, let's start the building the server. Okay. So I have created a folder with name my server. Okay. I just D drive. I've just created a simple empty folder my server, and I just opened that folder in a Visual Studio Code, and I'm just using command prompt to run some commands, and at the same time already we have installed MongoDB, and I have just connected to the MongoDB, and we need this connection string, so that we can connect MongoDB from our the beautiful server. So now it's an empty folder, so that we should initialize the package. So go for npm init hyphen yes. Okay, if you give hyphen yes, it is going to take all the default things, and it will create a package.json file. So it will take maybe a couple of seconds. Look, it's done. Did you mean okay? Maybe I have given a wrong thing. So sorry. npm init hyphen yes. Yeah, it's done. Just clear it, and just go check your the folder. Yeah, it's there. The default file is the index.js. So just create that file here. This is our the default file. So here, uh, first we need to install few packages. Okay, let's install. Okay, we are building the server with the help of Express.js, right? So, meanwhile, I'm just creating a one file, um, readme.md, so that this is for just documenting our about our project. So here I will at least provide some instructions what we are doing. So we have done npm init. hyphen. Yes. Okay. So now we are going to install our packages. The first package we need that npm install express. Okay, we need express.js. At the same time, we already learned some important things. That is what .env, right? How many of you remember dot env file? Because I think in the last
Yes,
session we
sir.
understand about that. And at the same time, if you want to connect to the MongoDB, we need a special package that is called Mongoose. So Mongoose. So we can install all the package at a time actually. That's why I'm just writing in a single line. So npm install express.js and .env and Mongoose, and another one parser is there. Did you remember the package name? I, I always forgot that package name.
Body parts.
Body
Yes,
parts.
yes, yes. Body parser. Okay. Hopefully the spelling is correct, right? Otherwise, if you got any, always like me, if you got confusion like me, just go and check the things in npm.js body parser. Hopefully, yeah, this is this one, this package. Okay. And Express and MongoDB, Mongoose are already. And I didn't commit any mistake here. So I'm going to install all these packages bare minimum, and of course we need a nodemon and some other dependencies that we can install in few minutes. So I'm just installing. Yeah, you can install one by one, or if you know already that what are the packages you want to install, you can install all those things in a single command. So I just added npm install express.env mongoose and body parser. Let's see. So it will take maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute maximum to install all these packages, so that it will create a node modules folder that is very important. And again it will create package.log.json file. And we need to create a git ignore file, because we should not um, commit node modules and .env file to the github, right? So that, okay, without wasting time, I'm going to create git ignore git ignore file. Okay. And we are using .env, right? So we need to have a .env file. So first, without forgetting, as I said, we should not commit node modules, because if you do that, it's a big blunder. So anyway, right now we are not pushing our code into the um, GitHub in this session. So, but we should not forget this one. So okay, keep it aside. So we have done npm install express .env mongoose and body parcel is done. So we need a node mon and prettier, right? So prettier for like code formatting. So this prettier and this node mon or dev dependencies, because we don't need those packages in a production. So that what we can do, npm install, if you mention -d, that those are dev dependency, it will add those package as a dev dependency. Okay. So whenever you build an create an production build, at the time it is not going to include these packages which you have saved as a dev dependency. Okay, if you mention -d, those are dev dependencies. So what are those? One thing is nodemon and prettier. Hopefully I have given a proper spellings. So let's say, just okay. If you see, just observe the package.json. What are the packages we have installed without -d? Those are under dependency section. So now we are installing these two packages under a dependency section, so that it will create another section here like a dev dependency. It is going to add those things there. So let me install these things as well. So I'm just clearing that npm install dev dependency second node mon and prettier. what is the use of prettier? Already we have done a separate session on that. So go and watch, and we need to create a some another prettier configuration file, and we need to install the extension related to the prettier. Right now I'm not doing that, so hopefully who are following this series already have done that. If you didn't, just please go and watch those videos back and install it. Right now that is not the high priority, that's why I'm just leaving that. So nodemon, what is the importance of nodemon? Because whenever you run the application, like a node index.js, if you do some changes, we need to restart the server every time for each and every change. So without that, if you use the nodemon, it is going to help us. It will rerun the node.js server for every save or every change. So here already, so if you see, this nodemon and prettier are under dev dependencies. So most of the things, the installation part is completed. We have installed few package directly, and what two packages as a dev dependency. Okay, fine. And now what we need to focus on index.js file. So because we should build a server. Okay, before that, one small thing is there, in a package.json. So we can add another command here, or even if you don't need this one right now, you can delete this one, or you can keep it like that. So here we can say that start npm start. So here what I'm doing, nodemon, the index. So whenever, so we don't need to write a nodemon index or JS file like that. So we can use a npm start, so that automatically it will pick up this line and it will execute this command on the terminal. Okay, so yeah, pretty thing we have done the basic things. So now we should focus on index.js. Okay, before going to write some code in the index.js file, so I will give you some interesting thing. So just go to express.js official documentation, and you see the getting started. So here just click on this the express generator, because for any big application, any meaningful application, we should maintain some folder structure. Okay, so here, okay, even you can use some command like npm install -g express generator, so that it will create the proper structure, but we can create the same structure manually. So here if you see, we can create this bin folder later. App.js, okay, I'm using index.js, few people can use app.js, that is fine. Okay, why he is preferred app.js now? So if you see, whenever we are created some folders on routes and views, so we will create a normal index.js, so that without getting confusion between these index.js file and the main index.js file, he's suggesting that we can use the app.js. So why can't we use the same structure? Let's go and go with the same process which that Express.js official documentation is suggesting. So I'm just putting like here app.js, and we can do the relevant changes. So here, nodemon, app.js. At the same time, what is the main file for us? App.js. Okay, fine, because without getting confusion. So we have done the good structure for us, at least basic thing. And here we should create a public folder. Right now we are not using public folder, but it's better to create a public folder, because if you want to serve any static files, so that always it is important. So I'm just creating a folder, but it's not a file, it's a folder, public folder, so that you can add some images, assets, or JavaScript files or something here. And at the same time, we need to create routes folder and views folder, another called modules folder as well. So I will tell you the importance once we reach that point. So I created two folders, one is public and one is routes. And at the same time, because we have started building our main application from today itself. Okay, whatever we have done so far, those are just foundation. Okay, that's why I didn't touch all these things. Now we are going to deploy this application in few days. So views. and I'm creating another folder. Of course, here you can't see that folder name, but I'm just creating one more folder mm, as a models. Okay, models. Okay. I will tell you the importance of each and every folder whenever we are adding some files into that particular folder. So pretty good. We have done installations and we have done folder structure almost. The only thing is let's build a server. Okay. Before that, just give me a confirmation. Team understood so far, or do you have any questions here?
Understood, sir.
Fantastic.
Understood, sir.
So now let's go and create run our server, and we need to connect to the MongoDB. That is very important for today. So of course the constant the require sorry constant. So first we need to um, take the express.js module into our app.js file. Express uh, require so okay, suppose whenever you are following some any other tutorials, you will see import express from express.js module. Okay, that is because in a Node.js we have two kinds of modules. One is you also had ES modules. Another one is common JS modules. Okay, this is a common JS structure. Okay, once we got ES6, and at the time we JavaScript to team and Node.js team introduced the concept called ES6 modules. So for that, in a package.json here, if you just mention type as a module, you can follow this that structure. Okay, the only syntax wise it is different. Okay, right now I'm not interested to put you into the confusion. That's why I'm just following common JS modules. Just remember, in interviews they will ask that okay, which kind of module you are using in our application. So uh, if you don't say answer, definitely you feel disappointed. So you should say if you are using require, you are using common JS modules. If you are doing like a import module name from something, or export module name from something, so that is ES6 modules. Okay, fine. So Express.js is there, and we already done this basic stuff. So app Express, and so this is a pretty the basic thing. So let's add app dot listen. So the port number, so I'm just mentioning here like a 3000. I'm just adding like a console.log. um, the application is up and running at HTTP colon localhost, localhost, uh, okay, okay, 3000. Okay, I will add few more points here, just make it simple. So now we can run the server with the npm start. So even you can do like a node app, that is also perfect. Even if you want to go with a node mon app.js, that is also correct. But already we have prepared our server to follow npm instruction. So npm start is also correct. Okay, so I'm just reading using npm start. So while watching this video, please pause it and do practice and continue, so that you can enjoy the process. If you don't do practice, you can't remember anything. Okay, who are joined the live, unfortunately you don't have a chance to practice now itself. No problem. Okay, so if you see our application is up and running. Okay, so we didn't add any routes to hit the the postman request or any request from the client. So slowly we can build it. Our application is up and running. So I'm just stopping the server for a while. And now important thing is, okay, so far we didn't connect to the MongoDB from Express.js, right? Okay, that's let's complete that step, and then we can focus on other parts. So here, so now at least who joined the live session, hopefully you have installed MongoDB, and you can open this MongoDB Compass, and you can create just a simple any database here. A database. So now I'm creating a new database here because we are going to add the data here. So the database name is the farmers. Okay, because we are building an application for the farmers. So let's go and create a farmers. And here we need to create a collection name. So here we need to collect all the user profiles from the logged in users, right? So that collection name is users. Okay, I'm just creating a database. Okay, so fantastic. We have a collection, like a database name called farmers, and the collection name is called users. Right now we don't have any data. In few minutes, next 30 to 40 minutes hardly, we are going to save the data from express.js server. Okay, not just through MongoDB shell or graphical user interface. Okay, hopefully you are excited. So fine. So first of all, we should connect, right? We should, if we want to save some data, we should connect to the MongoDB. So let's see. And here, um, so how to connect to the MongoDB? So here we need to take help from Mongoose. Okay, already we have installed Mongoose package. Okay, if you didn't install, please install now at least. Okay, Mongoose. This Mongoose will help us to connect MongoDB. Mongoose equal to required user package name is Mongoose. So this Mongoose has need a connection string. Okay, we are sending a request to the server that I want to connect with you. Hey MongoDB, I want to connect with you. So for that, what we need here? We need a connection string, right? We need a connection string. Okay, so let's see what is the connection string. So but here one simple important thing, just go to the Mongoose official documentation. So if you see, this is the, I think, mongoose dot connect. So here sometimes whenever we give a local host, sometimes it is not going to connect, but it's better always use the default local host port number. Like we can't say port number, the server number. Okay, so I'm just taking this one, but we can edit according to our requirement. So this one, so this is the, of course, even if you okay, suppose let's see what's the connection string here. So copy connection string, just paste here for a moment. So we see MongoDB and localhost. Only thing what has changed, localhost is equivalent to this 127.0.0.1. Okay, don't worry. You can just replace localhost with this one, and at the end we need to mention the database name. What is the database name for us?
Farmers.
Let's give a the formats. Okay, and so far most of you already learned JavaScript and promises and all those things. Definitely some of you thought that, okay, Raghu have learned promises, but I didn't get a chance to use the promises, right? Okay, now you got a chance to use promise again. So if you see this mongoose dot connect, okay, will return a promise. So that what we need.
Then
Then, and if something went wrong, it's a catch.
dot catch.
Very good. So even you can handle with async and await, but right now I'm just going with promises. Definitely, very soon we can rewrite a few changes with async and await. So here again it will, mm, and of course we just complete that prettier configuration so that always it will give the better okay, the result or response. Okay, I'm just giving a result. So if we got it is got successful, we can say console.log db connection successful status. Yes, yes, yeah. Successful. And if something went wrong, there is always uh, chance that into the error. So let's go with console.log. Console.log. Can say connection fail. Okay, you can give a better meaningful. Something went wrong. Okay, I'm just giving an error message. What the error will happen? It will return that error. So if you see, yeah, let's check whether it is going to be the connection DB connection is going to be successful or not. So how many of you are confident that it's going to be successful? Okay, no problem. NPM start. Let's check our luck. Boom. Oh my god! If it is taking too much time. Oh, successful! Successful. We got um, connection successfully from our Express.js to MongoDB. Okay, who are watching this video, just give a like because this is a beautiful thing. So if you do practice, you will understand the beauty of this programming. Otherwise, it's difficult. Okay. Okay, fine. If you got successful connection, if you are doing a practice by mistake, okay. If once you got the connection like a DB connection successful, just add a comment that okay, I completed the first important step, that is we have connected database from the Express.js server. Okay, fine. So our job is not done, right? We need to save the data, right? We need to save the data. Suppose if you send a request from a front end or Postman or a Thunder client, if you send some users details, we should send that request to the server, and server need to read the details, and that server need to take the responsibility to save the details in the MongoDB. Okay, then only we will be happy. Otherwise, there is no use. Okay. Fine. So here, before jumping into how we can save the data, but here we have done some mistakes. Okay. The thing is, we have hard coded details, right, team? If you just hard code the DB connection in a app.js file, this is going to be a blunder, right? Just give me a suggestion what we need to do, where we need to save these important DB connection details or any security information.
In .env file.
Hopefully, yeah, you have done some practice last few sessions. Okay, we need to save those things in a .env file. So .env because this .env package is going to read this .env file, and it will set all these environment files into the process object on the terminal where you are running your application. Okay, in full details, please go and watch the previous video. Hopefully, you will understand better. So here, yeah, DB connection DB underscore connection is equal to, we need to save the connection string. So what's the connection string here? This is the connection string. So and one more thing. So if you see, even port number also we should save in a .env file. Okay? So you can say that the port. Suppose always we are using a 3000, right? So let's go with the 5000 also. Okay. So in app.js, okay, let me stop the server for a while. So I have stored, we have done the port number and DB connection. Okay. So now we need to read these files from app.js file. For that, already we have installed which package?
.env.
.env. We have installed that package already in the beginning. So now just go and take help from .env. .env require .env, and here there is another one that is called config. Okay, sometimes whenever you are watching any other tutorials, maybe they don't add a constant .env equal to, that is also fine, that is also fine, because this required .env .config is enough to load everything. So for a namesake, because we have a habit, right? So for these things, like if you want to use any methods and any properties from this express or mongoose, and even if it is providing any other things, you can, if you want to use those things, you can store in a constant and you can utilize later, but most of the times that is not required. For a namesake, I'm just leaving it. Okay, so don't get confused with other sessions. Okay, fine. .env there. So now, with the help of this .env, we can store our constant into local variables. So I'm just putting constant, the port number. So just tell me how to read the environment variables. Remember or forgot?
Something like process and
Yeah, that means you didn't revise. Okay, process dot which object? Process dot env. This is very important. If we need to do practice and revise, okay, so that we can remember for a long time. Okay, no problem. Hopefully you can do practice at least. No advance. You can spend more time for practice. So port, process dot env dot port. Sometimes suppose if you don't mention the port number here, at least we should give the default. You should give a default port number. Nothing wrong to hard code 3000 at app.js file, because actual port number is we can store here, and the default, the 3000 is a default thing. Nothing, nothing. It is not a security problem for us. Okay. Another one, the constant. This is very important. We should not store this one into. So I'm just putting like a okay, DB connection again. Process dot env dot, so we should give a same spelling. Okay, db underscore connection. So maybe if you want to maintain the same kind of patterns, so go with the same thing. So we got a port number and we got a db connection from a .env file. Okay, let's see. So already as I've stopped the server, so whenever we run the server now, it should take those things from the environment file. So just remove the hard coded things. Just provide what? DB underscore connection, and where is the port number? This is the port number. So just go and add the port, and here also we have just some hard coded, right? So just delete, just add a symbol, and just give the port number details. Save the file. So let's see. So now tell me, on which port number it is going to run the server now? 3000 or 5000?
5,000. 5,000.
It should run on 5000. Then only that is a proof that okay, it is reading environment files from the .env file. Okay. So again, npm start. Yeah, success, right? It is connected at port number 5000. Okay, so we have done one a good step, that we have removed all the hard coded things into .env file. This is very mandatory thing, and we should mention .env and node modules in git ignore. So fine. So now we need to write some routes. So do you need a small break, or shall we continue?
We can continue.
Continue. Anyone need a break? Okay. Okay. I'm giving a 2 minutes break, just for a water break. So it's 7:58, right? So within 2 minutes, okay, at 8 o'clock, just please come back. Just move from the computer, away from computer, and just take some water and come back.
Please share your screen of that
Code file.
board, sir. Ah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Meanwhile, you can copy something. Okay. I'm back. Are you ready? Let's see if anyone is watching the live. I don't know what's his name. Okay, Sachin Jaiswal. Okay, you have done. Okay, fantastic, Sachin. Very good. Hello to all. Actually, I forgot to add a meeting link in the description, but at least from next day, I will add it so that you can join the live if you are interested. And one suggestion is, okay, whenever you are working in office or whenever you are doing practice, don't sit more than 45 minutes in front of a machine. Okay, so every after 45 minutes, you should go away from a machine and take some water, or just chat with the friends, or just play one TT for at least one game, so that uh, we can save our health. Okay, so office work is the only priority. We should take care of our health as well. Okay, fine. Jokes apart, so we can come back to the topic. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. So done. We have created. Okay, we have done a DB connection, and we have moved all the important things into the .env file. Now the most important thing is we need to build some routes, right, so that we can interact with the front end. So for that, so normally, previously, whenever we are understanding the basics, okay, we have done everything in a app.js file, right? So in future, suppose uh, whenever we are building a large scale application, we need to maintain users details, we need to maintain the orders and post or review. Suppose when it comes to the e-commerce application, lots of information is there, so that we are going to take lots of collections in the database, or if you use a SQL server, we are going to create lots of tables, so that whenever you want to whenever we are going to build the routes, if you keep on adding everything into the one app.js file, it is going to be really difficult for a programmer to build the server. So that, okay, we have a folder called routes, so that we are going to uh, move all the routes related to the users details. We can create a separate folder for that, and we can move it. Okay, so now what I'm doing, right now we are going to, in this session, we are going to save the details on a users collection, so that I'm just creating a separate route, that is users route. Okay, users route dot js file. Okay, team, are you following, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So here, users route.js. So first here we need to add the constant express.js, because we are using express.js to build the routing part, right? So, require express. So here some few things. The syntax is somewhat bit different than what we have learned so far, so that you need to do practice multiple times. Okay, so even sometimes I will forget, I will take reference from some documentation. So constant, I'm just adding a router, and that is from express module, and it is giving one the router. Okay, so it's a method, so that we need to invoke that method. So here, this router, because we are creating routes in a different way. Previously we used to write app.get, app.post, app.put, right? Those are very simple. This is also very simple, but we need to do practice multiple times. Okay, that's the only thing. So here, router dot route. Okay, and what's the default route? That is the forward slash, right? So normally, so when it comes to the users, when it comes to the orders, how we can manage, I will explain. And now here we need to mention the method. Okay, you see, previously we were using simply, suppose, express app dot get. Okay, and we are writing like the callback function here, request and response, right? We have done at least some request and response. So, but here the syntax is somewhat different, but it's very simple. So here, once you have this get method, here we need to pass the callback function. And here it will accept request comma response. Okay, don't worry. The only thing is little bit practice is required. So here, response dot the send. Suppose get all users data. Suppose I'm just giving a simple hard-coded message. Let's see whether we are able to hit this route properly or not. So, but actually, whenever we are running the application, we are running npm start. That means it is going to hit this app.js file. So we need to build the connection between this user's route and the app.js. So we need to import. Observe carefully what I'm doing. So first, if you want to import, first of all, we should export it. Okay, we should export. Okay, this is I'm just writing a ESX one. So suppose if it is a common JS module, module dot exports equal to, so what, which route we are passing. Okay. Not find the name. Oh, okay, sorry. That's what I'm saying. Syntax is router, because I'm just trying to export the route not. Okay, because this is the basic one, right? We need to export the router. So no problem. So here we should import it. Just move all the constant into the next line here. So here, don't forget to use the curly braces because there is a concept called named exports and default exports. Okay, whenever we are exporting with these curly braces, that is a named exports. Okay, I will explain that topic later, but just follow the same syntax. Here, um, router, okay, which router? Again, we need to import it from dot forward slash, sorry, just one dot forward slash routes and forward slash user routes. And now, another important thing is like we need to use a middleware, that is app.use. Here, I'm just putting like users. Okay, whenever we got the request from the client that I need, suppose HTTP localhost forward slash 3000 or 5000, and after that forward slash users. So this is the default route, so that it will recognize that okay, I want to hit this users route. But here we need to mention what is that, the path, or we can. Okay, sorry, I did a practice just 1 hour back. I forgot the syntax. Just a minute. I will take a reference. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. That's why practice is more important. At least whenever we are giving a training, we need to do practice minimum 3 or 4 times. Otherwise, I will forget. So what's that? Routes. Just a minute. I will open. I did a small mistake. Server 3. I build everything. The only thing is I forgot. So meanwhile, you don't waste the time to just do some practice. Let's see what's my mistake. So routes, user routes.js, router is there, and express will be default one. Okay, module.exports router. Okay, I just use the default one. So index.js file. Okay. Because directly we can use this file. Yeah. We don't need to add any other stuff. Don't worry, because I'm just trying to import here, and again I'm just trying to do that stuff. So here just require, because we can add because we are using a middleware. So fine. Hopefully I did a proper thing. So here we can just export like a little bit syntax thing we need to practice. Okay, fine. Now, whenever we got the request from the client to do this app.js file when we are running the application, so it will navigate to this users.route, and it will hit this one. So here we are following the get. So let's see whether it is running properly or not. So app crashed. Let me check one more time. NPM start. Hopefully this time application is running up and running properly. DB connection fail. Oh, okay. So it's saying cannot find the module uh, routes, user routes. Okay, I think some spelling mistake. Routes, users route, user routes. This whole thing. That is fine. Here, npm start. Hopefully this time it's going to be where I have given not find module again. Users route. The file name is users routes. But JS any plural. Okay, okay. My God, this is route. Sorry, sorry, sorry for wasting your time. Okay, fine. Now application is up and running successfully. For the confirmation, I'm going to run one more time. npm start. Of course, we need to do practice multiple times. Just remembering the syntax. Okay, DB connection is up and running. So now let's see whether it is working from Thunder client. Okay, so already we have installed the Thunder client. So if you haven't, please install that extension, or you can use the Postman. That is also fine. So right now we are using a GET request, right? GET request, and that is 5,000 users. Okay. If you give HTTP localhost 5,000, I hope we are also using a 5,000 port number properly. Let's see whether we will get the success message or failure message. Boom. Okay, get all users data. So we are successfully able to hit the server and we are getting a response. Okay, got it everyone, apart from that syntax confusion? um Understood
Yes,
or
sir.
not? Okay, fantastic. So let's see. So now let's add the few more routes for understanding purpose. So if you see, whenever you have give a users forward slash, it is going to hit here and it will come here. So let me add few more routes. So if you want to get all the users details, we will use a forward slash. And if you want to get particular user details, what we need to do? Users, and we need to mention the ID, right? So that it should get that particular user details from the database. But right now, still we didn't save the data in a database. So right now I'm just sending a simple message that okay, I'm ready to send you users details with ID. Which ID? So how to read the ID which you are getting from params? Tell me how to read this ID.
Requested params.
Request dot params dot ID. So let's see,
ID.
because we should check whether it is eating all the routes properly or not. So again, so let's add a post method again here. So here, if you want to go with a post method, just update that method name as post. And whenever we are posting some information, we will pass the ID. Do we pass the ID? No, right? Because it should create so just users and post, so that if you send the users details in the body of the request, we should read it. Okay, right now, okay. At least I will say that I'm ready to save the data, right? I'm ready to save the new user. Let's see whether we are able to hit these all the routes properly or not. Once it is ready, let's then focus on the Mongoose. So, hopefully our server is up and running already because we are using NodeMon. Let's go. So we have done this users, and now if you hit the users and the basic route, you will get all the users data. Suppose if you want to get a particular user ID, suppose I want to send the user ID as 121, so that it should hit the particular route and we need to get the response from that. So if you see, I'm ready to send you the user's ID 120. Fantastic. And at the same time, just go with the post and whether that route is ready or not. Okay, post method. So just go with that. So I'm ready to save the new user data. Fantastic. The only thing is uh, put like a put and patch and a lot of things are there. So we can focus on those things later. So fun. At least in next few minutes we can save the data into the MongoDB. So then we'll be happy. So are you ready to continue for next 20 minutes or this is enough for today? Your choice. Quick. You are taking too much time means can we postpone things for tomorrow?
You can do anything, sir. No issue with me.
Sorry.
Yeah, sir. No issue from me.
Pawan, what about you?
Same, same, sir.
Shall we continue for next 20 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
yeah, sure.
Good. So here, whenever we are going to save the data from to the database, like a MongoDB. So here we have a database and here we have a server. Of course, we are using Mongoose, right? Mongoose. So here we need, we should have the proper schema of that document. Okay, so that it will be easy for to handle the things. So what we need, suppose we are going, we have a database. What is the database name? Formats. And what is the collection name? And now the users. So in users collection, we are going to save the user data, so that this user should have a proper structure, right? So let's go with a simple structure for today. That is username. Okay, username, and it should be a string, right? Username should be string. And let's go with another property, age. It should be a number. And another one we can take the email id. We can go with again email id as a string. Email id. Okay, fine. So we should have a structure so that we can follow that. So now for that, because if we add everything into app.js file, it is going to be very messy, right? So now for that, what we can do, so meanwhile we can stop the server for it, because we will run the server after some time once we prepare the schema and everything. So for preparing the schemas, so what I'm doing, I'm just creating a separate folder. Okay, already we have created, right? Folder name with the models. Okay, so here just create another file, that is a user schema, SCHEM .js file. So in a routes, what we have done, users route.js, and in the model we have done user schema.js. So here the actual part will come. So we will take help from Mongoose to create the schema. So let's add things. So whenever you are watching this video, practice step by step so that you will understand clearly. Otherwise, you will get into the confusion because some syntax and some other things are there. So mongoose equal to what require mongoose, because this mongoose package will provide us some how to create a schema and model. Okay, few other things are there. So the syntax. So we need to follow some typical syntax here. So we need to import a few important things from the mongoose. Okay? This mongoose will provide two important things, that is schema, because if you want to create any schema, we need this method. We get this method or function, whatever it is. And another one is the model. Okay. So the folder name is models. Right now we are creating a model for user. In future we will create a model for orders and reviews and everything. Whatever the data you are going to, whatever the organized data you are going to save in the MongoDB database, definitely we need to create the structure for that. So here, the important thing is we need to have a user structure. So for that, we will take help of a model. So here we need to define how our user should be there, and this object is going to be very important. Okay, it will hold the model of that particular user, and it will provide lots of methods for us to save the data or apply filters on the data, because we are not using a MongoDB shell or MongoDB Compass to interact with the MongoDB, right? MongoDB database. So we are doing through Express.js server with some JavaScript code. So at the time, this model is going to give it is going to return an object. That object have lots of methods to take some action on that particular collection. Okay, so while you are doing practice, if you do practice 2 or 3 times, you will understand clearly. Right now, don't worry, just follow the syntax. So here, whenever you are creating a model, so we should mention that what kind of model you need. Okay, I want the model name as the user model, and what kind of schema I need to follow. So we need to follow some schema, right? Specific schema. So that we should first define the schema, the constant user schema schema, and here you can say new schema. So this schema, okay, this schema is coming from Mongoose, right? It's a class, so that we need to use a new keyword, so that if you use this one, it will return object for us. So here, this is the beautiful thing. So already we came to the conclusion that we need this kind of schema. So we should have a three the fields, that is username and age and email ID, and this should follow strings, and age should follow number. Okay, fine. Just inform the server also same thing. Hey, I want this schema. What schema you want? Username. And what's the data type? A string. And the next one is age. What's the data type? Number. And the last one is email ID. And what's the data type for that? So this is just a simple schema object, and you need to inform to model, hey, a MongoDB model. I'm saying I want a user object with this schema, so that this MongoDB, like this Mongoose package, is going to take connection between the MongoDB and at the same time Express.js server, and it will return a object. Okay, this object have methods. If you want to save the details on a DB, or if you in that particular the collection, if you want to get some details, okay, everything will follow. If once we have done some practice, we'll understand it. So here again, what I'm doing, the modules dot exports. So either we can send a user directly, okay, this user schema, or sometimes suppose in future if you want to add more and more some other stuff here, okay, that will come in future. That's why what I'm doing, I'm just exporting it as a named expression. So module dot sorry module dot export. Okay, so this syntax is very important. Okay, we have done. User schema is done. Okay, so that so now what we need to do in a route, right? User routes is going to take care of, right? So here this is a post method. Okay, we need to save the data from this post method because we will send a request from the client to the server with this the post request, so that the server will hit this point. So here we need to take care of how to save the data in a MongoDB. So right now the time is 8:28. So within 10 minutes we are going to save the data in MongoDB. Of course, maybe we can face some problems, but we can solve that and we can save. We are going to store the details. Okay. Are you ready? Um,
Yes, sir.
one is asking LinkedIn ID. Okay, I will provide those LinkedIn IDs later. Just right now, focus on the subject. Okay. So, but a meeting link definitely I will provide tomorrow's session. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Thanks for asking. Definitely, I will connect with you in LinkedIn. What I'm asking, where are we? So we have a schema. User schema is there, and we need to use that schema to save the user's details in a MongoDB database. Okay, that's first. So here, so what I'm doing right now, um, I'm not going to read the data from HTTP request. Let's do some hardcode part here. Later we can read from request body. So here what I'm doing, I'm just creating a user. Okay. So if you want to create a user with that user schema, first we need to import it, right? So where is that user schema? The constant. So whenever, observe carefully, whenever we have used the curly braces here, that is a named export. So that here we should use that again curly brace to import it. Just remember that point. Otherwise, it will give some different error message. So one dot forward slash. Where is that? Models and user schema. Okay. And here that object is there. User. What's the spelling? So you should give a proper spelling. So if U is a capital, you should use the same capital letter. Otherwise, it's an error. Fantastic. So we are very close. We are very close unless until I do some mistakes. So here I'm first I need to create a new user detail. User, a new the user. Okay. Here we can define our object. So what's the details? The new user data, username, age, and email ID, right? So I want to send some username like this. You can pass a simple JavaScript object here, no problem. Username, I'm just giving like a SVGIE, and age, I think we have started in 2021. Okay, so it's like a 2 years age or 3 years. And email ID. So please give a proper spelling, so because it should follow. Okay, where is the user schema? So this spelling and this spelling should match. Otherwise, it will run error. So svgie dot naren at the rate gmail.com. So fine. So data is ready. Data is ready. This is my data, but I want to save this data to a MongoDB. Okay. So it's a very simple thing. Don't worry. The last step. Simple. This user dot save. That's it. So if you hit user dot save, so that already it is following the schema from this user schema, and we are connecting to the Mongoose, and this already our server has a connection to the MongoDB in our app.js, right? So we should have a connection to the MongoDB, and we should have a user schema. That user schema should build through this model, and the schema, we have this model that is called user. Now if everything is proper, and we have a method called save, so that it will save. So but we need a confirmation, right? So user.save will return again a promises. So that just go with the then method, and so here don't use a request and response. So sometimes people will do response. So here what will happen, sometimes you will get confusion between this response and this response, right? So here already we are using response, so that it's better to put a result or something, or you can write full spelling like response or something. So for I'm just giving a simple message that we should send a client that respond dot status code, right? Status. So if it is successful, we can go with a 200, and send. So this is very important. We need to send us respond to the client whether it is an error or not. That doesn't matter. So saved SUCCESS, yeah, FULLY successfully. Just go for reporting. So and sorry, this is then method already done, so that we can go with the catch method. Why it is not showing an intelligence? Did I miss done any mistake again? Hopefully not. So this is error message. Send user that error message. Respond dot status code. Just tell me what is the error code for this situation.
404 not found.
No, because we are saving the data, right? 404 is 404 is resource not found in a database, right? We are saving the data.
Yeah, yeah.
At the time,
Okay.
okay, fine. Even I forgot it. Right now, make it 101 401. Just but please check the error codes, and we should give a proper error code. So here I'm saying just failed to save the data. Data in a database or something. Okay. Fine. Hopefully, I'm done. Proper way. Let's check our luck. So before that, make sure we don't have a data in a just right. So just click on this find. Right now this is we don't have any data here in MongoDB. So next few minutes, definitely we should have a data. So let's run the server npm start. Hmm, MongoDB connection. Yeah, we are running application at localhost 5000 and DB connection is successful. And of course, whenever we are sending a request or like a post method, normally um, we'll send the details in the body, right? So we should send the details in the body, and we need to read that through request dot the body. But right now, for make it simple, I'm not passing any data through body, and we have already a hard coded the data. But let's see whether it is going to be successful or not. Boom, I'm save the new user. Whether it is hitting properly or not. What I think we have added. We need to remove something. I think we didn't remove this message. Okay, but let's see. Looks like oh, successful. Successful. What about email ID? Username SVJE, age is 2. What about email
Email
ID?
ID is not there.
Maybe I have given a wrong spelling. What's the user schema? Yeah, definitely I have given a wrong spelling. So if you see, where is our user object? So email ID, I have given a small ID so that it is not matching with the schema. That's the error. But it should throw an error that okay. Of course, we didn't add any validations for the schema, so that yeah, we can implement those validations very soon. Because if we didn't pass this one, because this is not a mandatory, right? In a schema, you see, we didn't mention this email ID as a mandatory. So if it is a mandatory, definitely it will throw an error. Right now, it's not a mandatory thing, so that it didn't find the proper one, so that it's a problem. So let's do some corrections. What we have mistakenly, because here we are sending a response again. We are sending a response, so that it has overridden that one. I'm just removing the duplicate things. And what is schema? That's why I always just prefer to copy from this thing user route, just proper one. Okay, now anyway, it's a hard coded one, right? So I'm just adding the Mayur and Mayur dot pavan at the rate gmail.com, because you people are doing practice in a regular manner. Age, definitely it's not two, so 22 or 20. Okay, fine. Let me start of course, the server is started running again. Let's go to the local host. Boom. Yes. Okay, even I've done a spelling mistake, bad spelling mistake. So let's see. Just refresh. Hey, it is successful. It is successful. So Mayur and H22 Mayur.pawan at the rate gmail.com. This is beautiful. If you have done a practice, um, so definitely I'm saying, unless until you do practice, if you start learning on your own, if you start exploring, then definitely you will fall in love with the programming. And once you learn properly, automatically you will succeed. So unless and because if you don't find enjoyment or a kick in learning programming, definitely you can't sit more than 1 hour in a classroom, you can't practice more than 1 hour daily. So team, understood?
Understood, sir.
Enjoy.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you once again.
So important thing is do practice. You can't
Once,
sit more than 1 hour in a classroom. You can't practice
once you
more
have
than
done
1 hour
a practice
daily.
properly,
Just add a comment in the video, so that at least people will get some confidence that this content is good, so that they will try to um, learn from our channel as well. Of course, there are hundreds of thousands of good channels are there. We should also provide some good information to the students. Okay, that's all for today. It's already 1.5 hour session, right? If I'm not wrong. Thanks for joining, Abhishek, and someone definitely I will provide the LinkedIn. Okay, I will share my LinkedIn profile. So of course, sometimes it's a problematic thing. Um, my office colleagues should not know my details, that I'm providing trainings, spending some time. So that's a secret. That's why. Just ping me your LinkedIn profile into my in the comment section, or here. I will send a request again. Okay. Thank you and bye bye. Bye Pavan and
hello, sir.
Mayur. Just do practice.
Thank you,
Bye,
Ramya.
bye, sir.
Hello, sir.
Tell me Pavan.
హలో సార్.
Uh,
సార్, నేను 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 ఒక మెన్స్టెక్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ వర్క్ చేశాను సార్. సార్ ఒకసారి అది షేర్ చేస్తాను. అలా అది కొంచెం అంటే మీకులా చేయొచ్చా, లేకపోతే ఇలా అయినా చేయొచ్చా? ఒకసారి షేర్
ఎలా
చేస్తాను
అయినా
సార్.
చేయొచ్చు. 1 minute. I will stop this.